Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Crawford and welcome to another edition of Mrs. Cford Vlogs, episode 2 actually. I'm going to start a series called I'll Show You. I thought after meeting with a friend and he was telling me we were talking about making bread, and he had some awesome 5-minute bread recipes where I didn't have to knead the dough or anything. I didn't have to spend hours creating it with results that are sometimes good, sometimes bad. I was excited to have the opportunity to try it. And he said, you know what, before you go, why don't I just show you? It truly does take this 5 minutes to do, and then you'll be more likely to do it. And so I was thinking, really, with teaching, the same thing is applicable. We sometimes will say, we really want to do this, we're excited about it, but we're worried that it's going to be like making that traditional bread, where it's going to take 3 hours to prepare something and get it right, and maybe it won't work. So I thought that I would take the time to show you a few things in this series where you can prepare them in a short amount of time, you can use them right away, and feel good about it. So the first part in this series is going to be on a game called Snake Oil. So if you've never heard it, this is what it is. Okay. Snake Oil traditionally as a game is kind of like apples to apples, where you have character or customer cards. So it could be a newlywed. Okay, the other side, we have a dictator, grave robber, sorority girl, random customers. And in the traditional game, you have a customer who is going to be looking at the products that all the rest of the players make. And the players get 5 of these cards that all have names or words on the inside of them. So we have clock, we have book. They get 5 cards altogether. Okay, just randomly, and they have to choose 2 of those to make a product for the customer. So out of these words here, if I was the sorority girl, then the person who's making the product for me would pick 2 of these cards, put them together into a product, and then come up with a marketing plan to sell it to me. Okay. In order to change it for the classroom a little bit, this can have a lot to do with characterization and inferring, showing what you know about background knowledge. It can be really useful in social studies, in lit, in English, and we're even working on ways to put it into science. So instead of giving out those regular character cards, we made our own character cards. So I looked at things that the students had been reading throughout the year. I found a template for a board game card, and then I filled it in on Google Drawings. So we read The Most Dangerous Game, so I put Cford as one of the characters. They've read Animal Farm and Social Studies, so Boxer was one of the characters. They've been reading Utopia, so the Utopians are a character. So there are 8 of those cards that I started with, and I said to someone in the class, pick a number. They picked, and I pulled that card out. I wrote a number on the back, and that was the card that they got. So then each group was given 5 of these cards, and they had 10 minutes as a group to come up with the product they were going to make. So they had to pull out 2 of those 5 cards and really pay attention when they made the product. Why would this character from the story want this product? What specifics about it make me want to buy it? So we did Jonas in one of the classes from The Giver, and the products that they made, the best ones took into account that Jonas didn't have any money when he left the community and went into elsewhere. So they found other things that could be traded for this product. The same thing with the Napoleon from the Animal Farm. One of the groups said that the price for the product would be one of the dogs that he used as kind of a bodyguard, because Napoleon was so fixated on himself that he wouldn't mind getting rid of one of those for this product that allowed him really to control other people. So they do have to show characterization and inferring skills. They have fun while doing it. I make them do a visual representation of the product too, so you just have them get out a blank piece of paper. As a group, they work on making this, what would this product look like? They can write down, as if it's an ad, some of the product characteristics, the cost and all of that, and then they have, after the 10 minutes, each group has 1 minute to present. So once they present it, you can talk about it together. Who had the strongest characteristics? Who had the strongest traits? Who made the best inferences? What would they look at differently the next time to market this product? So it can be done in about 15 minutes. You take the initial class time to go over the rules, maybe explain what a snake oil salesman was, why it's a thing, and then you get going. I did groups of about 4 people. I found that that worked the best, 3 or 4 people. More than that, then not everybody is actually involved in the same way. But again, very easy. Google Drawing, put it in template, text box inside that game card, and wrote in it. Printed it out. I laminated these, but when I first started, I didn't even bother laminating them. I just had the paper cut out. Very simple. I hope that you have found this as an idea that you can try. If you don't have the game snake oil, by the way, you can purchase it, but if you don't have the game snake oil, you can make your own cards here. Okay, I just used these because I have the game, but you can make any of your own cards. Just put whatever words that you want on them. Okay, and again, very easy to do. You can just cut a piece of paper. You don't need any special supplies. You can have everything prepped between probably 10 to 15 minutes for the very first time, and then when you get going and are ready to do it again, your supplies are already made. It takes you nothing. So I hope you've enjoyed the idea. I would love to hear your responses to it. If you try it, if you have a different variation, other ideas, again, I'd love to hear from you. Please, if you enjoyed this content, like and subscribe, and I will see you again for the next I'll Show You.